All right, welcome to training. It's the 15th of August. I'm super excited to be sharing today. As most of you know, I've just been away for QNMD school, so I'm really excited to get, really share with you some of the stuff I got out of that. I am actually going to mute you all just to keep that background. And then if you've got anything, take yourself off mute and ask questions at any time or chuck it in the chat, okay? So for any of you that don't know what QNMD school is, and I didn't either, and I really didn't have it on my vision board. So I'm hoping after tonight you guys will all have it on your vision board, because I went in there with absolutely no expectations. I thought I was going to be flown there and whatever flight they could get me there in. I wasn't sure if I'd even have luggage, like if I was, if they'd pay for me to take my luggage. I thought it might be just carry on. I thought I'd be sharing a room. I thought I'd have to get a whole heap of my meals myself, maybe even some of my transport, like we normally do with conference. We all get a big house and we all bunk in together and, just to get people there. But I got my itinerary and very quickly I realised, wow, I'm flying with Virgin. I've been given priority flying. So I've got 23 kilos there and back. So I can be a girl and take a few pairs of shoes if I want. Also, I get an invitation or a reminder email the morning I'm leaving to say, Jana Brown, we're excited to be having you check in later on today at a Core Premier Vacation, which was the hotel we were staying at. So very quickly I realised I don't think I'm sharing a room with anyone. Not only that, when I got there and checked in, I was on the top floor. So there's only 5 floors in the hotel, but I was on the top floor, and because I was one of the first people booked in, because I did Q a month after it last year. I could have done it. I could have pushed through and gone to NMD school last year, but I didn't understand the importance and why I probably should have flogged myself out just a little bit more and done some more incentives for the team and gone then. But I don't think I was ready. But anyway, I got there and I'm on the same floor as Adam, Brian, Richard, Brooks Bliss. I'm up there with all the senior leaders on the same floor. So that was pretty loud every bloody night because they just party hard. I'm in bed because I'm just trying to process it all. But I've got this beautiful room. I'm a mum, yeah? And you guys will all know this, whether you're a mum or just a girl. You don't do that. Do you know what I mean? You put everyone else first, And not only that, every meal, breakfast was taken care of, lunch was taken care of, my snacks were taken care of, my dinners, except for Saturday night. And I went out Sunday morning as well and left my breakfast behind and went out with my auntie. But everything was taken care of. We are always taking care of everyone else. Like I had to get the whole house set up before I left. I had the kids' clothes mapped out for 3 days. I had my husband's clothes mapped out for 3 days. I had the washing done. I had the shopping done. Everything was done, ready for them to go. And so I could get on the plane and just go, whew. And do you know what I did on the plane on the way over? I met someone, I love the planes, I love Ubers, it's a good time for me to practice. They're watching a recording. She's still in Perth, in Newcastle at the moment. When she comes back, she's going to show her partner. So I could possibly have a teamie out of that journey as well. On the way back, I chose to sit with Juice Class people, so that was probably a bit silly, but I just wanted to sit with them. They were, my new friends. So that was pretty awesome too. And she only lives 20, she's just in Somerville. She's so close to me, this girl that I just met. Anyway, I landed in Newcastle. From there, a minibus, a minibus picked us up because there was quite a few coming from Melbourne. We're taken to head office. Look, I'd been to head office before. It was before the renovations. So I was, pretty okay with that. Like I understood, I'm going to head office, big deal. But I got to put faces to all those beautiful people that we're always ringing up and annoying and bugging, saying, can you fix this customer? Can you retry this decline? Can you do this? Can you tell me about this? Now when I ring up, I have a bit of a giggle. I'm like, hi, Jess, it's Jana. Do you remember which one I am? And she'll be like, oh, no, I don't know which one of the 24 you are. But I got to put faces to half of those girls. They are on the phone, honestly, from 8:30 to 5 every day doing calls for our team or for our clients. All right? They have their own whiteboards in front of each of their desks. All right, some of them are looking after the SCs. I saw all of your names on each and one of those boards that were there in your, whatever position you were at. They know exactly who they're working with to get them then moved to the next whiteboard, which is pretty good. I saw the board with all the NMDs on it, and that's a massive board, but not that massive either. I did take a photo of that somewhere. I need to post that. And then I got to hear from Nutrition Plus, which I got to hear a heap about them, throughout the whole weekend. But something you guys need to get more aligned with is Nutrition Plus and understand our charity. Our charity is friggin' amazing, just along with our company. If you can do more with that or understand it or share that more in your story, it's going to make a much bigger impact around Australia and New Zealand. We did head office. We all hung out, and you know what? Things are starting to affect me now. Things are starting to mentally mess around in my head. And
Can I ask a question, Jana?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just with Nutrition Plus, just quickly, at what position do you start to donate from part of your pay?
SDVF, I'm pretty sure.
Is it SDVF?
Yeah. As soon as you're getting commission, so you don't get any commission at. Oh no, you get commission at DVF, so it's SDVF.
Yeah, I just wanted to remember when it started. Cool.
Yeah, and look, you don't notice it, guys, so don't be alarmed by it if you're hearing about it for the first time. It's such a small percentage, but if you want to up it, you can ring them and say, can I up that? I want to do more. Or if you want to do more physically, do that too. So I wanted to do something more physically with them last year, but I got given Dave, and if anyone knows who Dave is, he's an Aboriginal. He's from the Newcastle region, but he's very relaxed and blasé. So I missed the boat last time, but this year they're going to be helping me with my festival. So I'm going to be doing some stuff with Nutrition Plus, which is pretty exciting. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But anyway, so from there, like I said to you, things are starting to get overwhelmed because I've just also been interviewed by Nutrition Plus because they love that I've been sharing the journey that I've been wanting to do more with them. So they interviewed me before we had the cultural event, which was coming up on the Saturday, because they want to get my after response as well. And they know that I've been working with Indigenous down here on Mornington Peninsula. So I did that as well, and then the champagne's starting to roll, and they've talked. But then I had a call at 5 o'clock, so I had to say, look, I'm first. I need to be driven back to the hotel. I need to be first back at the room. I've got a three-way. And they're like, yep, cool. So they took me back a bit, and we pull up at the hotel, and I said to Celine, because it still hadn't clicked quite yet, I said, Celine, I got an email from a call this morning. Can you tell me who it is I'm bunking with? And she just laughed. And I said, why are you laughing? She goes, Jana, you've got a room to yourself. And I said, just me? Or do we all have a room to ourselves? I don't get it. Why do I just have a room to yourself? No, all 24 of you, plus the 6 leaders and Richard, you've all got a room to yourself. And I'm like, I've got a room. I said, okay. I was being okay still. And then I said to her, getting our bags out of the car, I said, is this a taste of what, NMD's like, NMD 39 Club, when you start getting given all these retreats? And she said, yeah, Jana, this is a taste of it. This is so you understand all the hard work you've done, why you're here, and this is what you get. We want to reward you. You've done an amazing job. And I'm like, all right. And I'm starting to get emotional. I'm like, I need to go to my room now. I'll see you at dinner. So they're coming back to pick us up at 6:30 or something. So I get up, you check in, get a little gift, checking in, and then I go up to my room and I'm like, oh my God, I've got a view of the water. I've got this whole big bathroom, a massive big bed for me to sprawl out in. Now what? Have a quick shower, head back downstairs, we go to dinner. And look, they don't just take you to Hog's Breath Cafe or anything like that. This is just vegan, vegetarian, everything's covered, beautiful food, beautiful. It's not beer, wine and soft drink. I had 2 cocktails and I was done. I was a mess. I was opposite Linda. I was opposite Richard. I had bloody Scotty Harris on my right side and at the other end of the table, and things just got crazy. I'm just sitting there going, why am I here? I don't deserve to be in this room. And this is where it all hit me, guys. So if you saw my post that night, I should have slapped myself in the face, because I was really there listening to Linda just being a normal person, listening to Adam just being a normal person. And I was with all these beautiful people around me, and I'm just still thinking of them as my leaders. But I was one of them. Just as you are now, you're already leaders in some shape or form, and you're going to be just the equivalent to them, if not more, when you get to NMD school. And I started crying because Linda started giving me some of those questions. She's like, Jana, you've just gone through some crazy stuff in your business this year. You're a shining star now. You're doing so much. I want you to know I'm taking care of this person, and I want you to take the pressure off yourself. I want you to start focusing on this, and I want you to know that you're amazing and you're smashing it. And I'm just bawling my eyes out. I don't even know why I'm crying. And she said, all right, I'm going to be looking after you for the next 90 days. I'm coaching you here, and Adam's coaching you in this part. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? But anyway, I called it quits. I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to go back to my room. So I went back with the early people and I could not sleep. And then I posted that, we do that. We do those silly games in our heads where we're like, I'm not a good enough mum. I'm not a good enough partner. I'm not a good enough, leader in this business. Do you know the only person you need to be good enough for is yourself? All right. You just constantly pour into yourself with your nutrition, with your health, with your values. Have fun looking after you, and that'll just pour into everyone else around you, your family, your kids, your team, people that you're meeting for the first time. I'm not saying I've got it. I still don't get it. I'm still getting there. I'm still got a long way to go. But I'm doing step by step with my instructions from Linda to figure out what, to make sure that I realise that I am an Ange Simmons, I am a Lauren Berry, I am an Adam bloody Westwick. We all have that power inside of us, and it's going to be our version. You don't want to be them. You want to be you. All right? So that was drummed into me, drummed, which was really, really good. But I went back and I thought, I'm so drained. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. And I could not for the life of me sleep. I nearly got up at 2 a.m. and went for a run. And then I went, oh, that's a bit silly. It's very dark out there. I don't even know where I am yet. I haven't even looked out there. But I did eventually get to sleep. Sadly, it wasn't until about 4 a.m. and then I got up at 6:30 and I went out each morning to do meditation and go for a run because it was an amazing, so remember that when you're there, it's a beautiful run or walk out to the, what's it called, the thing with the light that brings the boats in, that thing. Ran out there each morning and came back. But that morning we got picked up and we went to NMD school. So it's a full day, 8:30 to 5:30, and they pour into you. Normally in the past, it'd just be other leaders talking to you, helping you learn how to read your reports, understanding our business structure. But we also got to have Richard Brooks Bliss, come along this year. I've got no idea how much the Lighthouse, thanks Peter, the small things just go out. Yeah, it's all gone. The important things are staying. That's all that matters. Anyway, we had Richard. Hey, and look, I'm pretty sure most of you were on training with Team Freestyle a few weeks ago with him, and he's friggin' amazing. Just an awesome bloke, but he's had so much experience in MLM, so much, and he's set up for life. He doesn't take Juice Plus. He's had a look at our structure, but what he loves is our product. Has longevity. It's not going anywhere. We are with one of the best companies out there for MLM right now. Anyone, that's going to be looking at our businesses in 4 to 5 years, they're going to want to pay money to be a part of what you're doing. They're going to throw money at you. So if we grow now and, really build that culture, that lifestyle up and really just love on life, you're going to have people just flocking to come and see what you're doing. We are ahead of the 8 ball. He doesn't even take Juice Plus. I reckon by the end of the weekend he needed it. He's got a few illnesses going on, but he partied with us as well, so he probably needed it. But then he told a great story on the weekend about a bloody turkey that was messing up his driveway, and he put it into such a great story as well because his damn turkey was so determined to make a mess every day. Anyway, that was him. Obviously we heard from Adam, we heard from Brian, and they went over just what we hear. We are so lucky, all right? Hands on heart, I've got the best team. Sorry for the couple that aren't in Team Freestyle, but honestly, Adam and Kira are spending a fortune to make sure that we get what we need to grow, all right? They want to make sure that they're doubling or tripling their business by next year. So if you're not getting on training with them, you're not watching their lives or things like that, you want to be. You want to feel what they're doing. They're off to Canada soon, so make sure you follow that journey. All expenses paid, again, by Juice Plus. And, I think, to be honest, I felt like Adam was holding back. He didn't want to give all the secrets to the people that weren't a part of Team Spirit or Team Freestyle, because there was a few there that weren't. They only had a certain time that they could talk. But I know how much that they're giving us all the time compared to what he gave there. But what I also did hear from, which was a lady that helped me the night before also with Linda, and her name's Lindsay. So Lindsay is subcontracted to Juice Plus. Lindsay. And she's a speaker. She's had she's had a massive journey herself. She doesn't do Juice Plus, the business. She works with a whole lot of MLM and other companies out there. But she shared her journey and what she does for us. And that was really amazing. That was probably one of the best talks, but obviously the best one is always Linda. She definitely holds the torch for everybody. All right. She has, done so much training and coaching and experienced so much with the company and with Juice Plus. You need to watch and plug into any training she offers or events. She's just a brilliant, brilliant woman in how she does that. And then there's plenty of other things that were going on and people talking to us as well. Fee spoke around structure. I just want to also, obviously I learned a heap. You don't need to know all this stuff about your reports yet. Just know the basics, know how to look after your customers, know those dates, and how to just look after your team as it builds. But when you get there, you then figure out that you need to, there's 25 million in Australia. 25 million in Australia people, right? And 5% of them are on Juice Plus. 20% might know about it, but only 5% are on it. So I don't know if you guys have seen, but Juice Plus Australia, their goal for the next 12 months is to help 100,000 new families. That excites me. 100,000 new families on Juice Plus. I know we have people get on and get off and get on and get off, but if you still keep that door open or that window open for them, I guarantee you they'll come back because they'll see that this is an amazing product. All right. It's still constantly being advanced. It's still growing. It's still being developed. If you guys haven't realized yet, our supermarkets are trying to create a powdered form of fruits and vegetables. Good luck to them, I say, because they're going to chuck that in a tub. People are going to buy it. They'll get halfway through the tub. Oxidization would have got in. The rest of the product will be dead. We've got a capsule, and they'll eventually get the idea of a capsule too, but ours is plant-based, beautiful, whole foods, all plant-based capsule. Like the science behind it, the 40 years worth of results already. We are so ahead of anyone that's trying to play catch-up with what we've got. So just know, that you are solid there. So that was our day. We got beautiful certificates. We got so many presents. We got books and we got presents from Richard. We got presents from head office. We got chocolates from Linda. Then we went home. Went home, had a quick shower. Then we went out for dinner again to another beautiful restaurant where we felt like we were eating nonstop, to be honest. But another 5 courses, banquet of food, cocktails, whatever you wanted to drink, top shelf, middle shelf, doesn't matter. You have whatever you want. And then a lot of them partied through until 3 or 4 in the morning. Again, I couldn't quite do that. I needed to go to bed. I was pretty smashed from the night before. Then I got up and did the same thing again. I went out and enjoyed the beach. I did meditation. I hung out with a couple of the girls, went to the lighthouse, now that I remember what lighthouse is, and did all that. Then I got back to my room, got ready, and I went out to Cultural Day. The Cultural Day is what brings everything together, all right? Everything that you've just been, poured into you from the day before and your head feels like it's going to explode. You go out with Nutrition Plus and Uncle Paul, all right? He is the leader out in the Newcastle region with his tribe. And you go on a walk, he'll go through what the symbols are on the rocks, how people were travelling when they go walkabout. Some women will fall pregnant on the way and then they'll go there, they'll go to the birthing, area or the female section, male section. They can't come in with a big ego and all these beautiful things. But what it starts to help you realise is your connection with Australia, I guess, with Indigenous, with the land, with the earth, and how it all really works. And you calm the hell down because you're just so overwhelmed with what's going on. You just needed that day to really connect and disconnect and do all those things, and to hear more about Nutrition Plus. He loves Nutrition Plus. He's not paid to say anything of what he does say, and I don't even know how he knows half the stuff he does. He just knows that we have a good charity and that our money is going into helping that and to help more people and to try and share that in our stories. They have their stories. Don't think because they're Indigenous that you can't share it and make, we're all on our own journeys and we need to become good storytellers. And that's why Adam went over that on Monday night, and I'm going to touch on that again tonight. But that was it. And then that night we had off, and so we all got together still. We all went out to different restaurants. We went out for Thai. And then everyone got very emotional because we all went home the next morning. It wasn't quite as fast forward as, conference normally is, because it sometimes is. You're like in the seat of your pants and you're out, you're in conference, dinner, yep, and then you go home. This was just really just beautiful. Head office, what they do for us, you might feel like it for a while that you're not getting anything from them, or you're not getting support, or you're not getting this. At the end of the day, it's totally up to us. All right, if you want something, you guys have to go and get it. If you want assistance and you're not getting it from your upline, go to the next upline. Go to your sideline buddy. Whatever it is you want, you've got to go after it and get it yourself. Head office are there, all right, and they'll give you advice about growing your business and whatever. But you know what? And Adam will tell you this, and half of Freestyle will tell you this. To grow your business, you need to get it from people that have done it. Head office haven't done it. They're there to help you with your structure, your pay line and all that sort of stuff, or the crappy paperwork, which you've got to fall in love with. You've got to understand your numbers eventually. But to grow your business, to create that culture, that impact, and sharing it and going forward, and events, you just stay with it where the fire is, and keep growing on that. Inviting people. You guys have got amazing events. Everyone still keeps saying it around the world. What is Australia doing? We have events. All right, and we have people like, hopefully you're feeling it from me tonight, but hopefully you're feeling what Adam and Kira and everyone else are pouring into us right now. So reiterating what Adam was going through the other night, and that is just stories. So I wanted just to touch on that tonight, because I just think this is so important, especially when we get to events, whether they're live or on Zoom, all right? And it's hard on Zoom. People can't feel the vibrations. They can't feel this unless you're like this, like getting right into it, and you're just so excited, or you're so emotional because you're sharing a story, all right? If you're super new in this, it might be just your product story, and you might not have any results yet. All right, but just understand, that it is an amazing program and product. You've not got a diet. You've got this amazing program. If you're not sharing that daily, which is a high-paying activity, why aren't you? All right, we have given such an easy journey by what Kira and that group have created. The JBT program is phenomenal. We've got all those beautiful recipes. Anyone can be a master chef. And anyone can get health changes from that, even us, if we choose to do it. So I know with our team, I'm constantly saying, don't forget to share the program. Don't forget to share the product, because they're starting to get excited about their journey. And sometimes you forget that the money's coming from the Juice Plus. All right, so make sure that you're constantly sharing that too. But when you're coming to your story, so when you guys get to events, and it changes a little bit at other events, sometimes you might be quizzed by whoever's running the event, and it might be slightly different. But for our events, there's 3 different shares, yeah? If you're launching the event, how did Juice Plus come into your life? And we need to coach this on new people coming into the business, yeah? How did Juice Plus come into your life, or where were you before Juice Plus? You know what I mean? Second one, what results have you got so far, or what results are you looking forward to going forward, because you've only just got, you're just starting. And lastly, because you're launching, why did the business make sense to you? Why are you excited to do this? And keep it within 3 minutes. Adam's saying even less now, 1 to 2 minutes max. All right, just you don't need to share names. Just say, I saw a post on social media. It just made sense to me. It was fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. My diet was terrible, but a super busy lifestyle. Thought I'd give it a go. I'm pretty run down. I'm pretty tired by 3 p.m. My skin's a mess, and I've got a bit of joint inflammation in my back, so I'm hoping that might relieve that. And why do I want to share it? Because it's just fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. Who can't benefit from that? If I can help a few people, why wouldn't that excite me? And if I could get a bit of extra money, have a holiday, have a haircut without asking my husband, awesome, I'm on it. So just think about, a few pinpoints that other people will resonate with. You don't have to give a big story about all the ups and downs of your life. Just try and find the things, you can say it was crap here and this is now, what's happening, or this is what I'm hoping is going to happen, because we don't want to make it out that we're all having this highlight beautiful life and we don't have ups and downs, and that life isn't a challenge, because we are challenged each and every day. All right, but just make it you. And if your story doesn't really hit something emotionally at some stage of you talking, then you've really got to keep working on it. So that's launching, and I know for everyone that they're all emotional when they're launching, because they're super nervous because they've never done this before, and they're in front of people they don't know, people they do know, and they've maybe seen their reflection back in their face, which has just reminded me I wanted to keep bringing you guys up to the screen so we can see that on the recording. So the second share is product share. All right, so if you're sharing the product, the questions are normally around the lines of, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far? And why do you love sharing it? Okay, no business. You know, it might be because business was what, you know, got you interested in the first place. You know, I saw an ad and it ended up being Juice Plus. But I was excited because the product just made sense to me. It was fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Who doesn't need that? Yeah? You know, and then I've had these sort of results on there, such and such, and I wasn't expecting any of that. And then I fell in love with sharing it. So if I can share it with more people, yet make an income from home around my babies, why not? You know, so really just touch base and just think of the people that you're trying to reach out to and talk to when you're giving that share, you know. And if you're not inviting people there, try and invite people every week so you're talking to them. You know, you want them to hear your story, not just the person that's, you know, doing the most of the hosting that night. Then the last share, and this is the one that you really want to work on. You want to work on forever because it's constantly going to change. And it's constantly going to change and recenter you. And this is where it comes from. This is where the emotional one. How did Juice Plus come into your life? All right. What exciting things have happened to you so far? And what are you looking forward to in the future? All right. So I'm going to try and do mine. All right. Linda's been drawing this out of me, so hopefully I won't get emotional. All right. So Juice Plus came into my life 2.5 years ago. All right, I was working full-time, doing what I thought I had to do, yeah? And I'd been with the government for 11 years and I'd just gone back to work on a promotion to Department of Human Services, so switched over from one government job to another. My babies were only 11 and 3 years old. They went into full-time care from 6:30 in the morning to 6 p.m. at night, all right? So I was at work or commuting that whole period of time. I'd pick them up, take them home at the end of the day, put them on the couch, cook their dinner, feed them, bath them, put them to bed. And half the time I would fall asleep on the floor beside them. All right. And if I didn't do that, I would be up with on-call works or with work I'd brought home and all that crap stuff that goes on. This job was horrible. It was Centrelink. All right. So I was seeing drug-related, family abuse, family violence. Why was I here? I had 2 kids being brought up by someone else and I was in this horrible, toxic job. And I thought I'd need to stay there until I could retire. And retire with what? Don't know. But this is what, you know, any person out in traditional business would believe. They've got to do this and that's what they need to do to bring up their family a certain way. All right, this opportunity came up and my mind was it was at its crappiest time, okay? It didn't think anything was possible. I was constantly sick. My kids were constantly sick. I was constantly calling in sick. I constantly had the guilt. The walls were caving in. I didn't know how to talk to anybody. I was alone. I was so lonely. I couldn't talk to my husband. I had no relationship with my husband. We were like ships passing in the night. So when this came up, I reached out to this girl and I did ask her 100 questions. It all sounds too good to be true. Tell me what this is. You know, tell me how this affects, you know, my tax. Tell me how, you know, I had all these business questions. I'd owned a traditional business. I'd spent $40,000 on that. And then I had weekly ongoing monthly costs. I didn't want that again. I now want to be home with my children, but I didn't quite know that yet. She answered all those questions and then, you know, had you already heard of Juice Plus? Yeah, I had. I'd been researching it for my husband and totally forgot about it, but I had no idea there was a business opportunity with it. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hop on the products, get my husband on it because he needs it. He's meat, potato, white pasta, white rice. He needs it. I don't need it. I'm that stupid, crazy lady that likes to juice, smoothie, and eat 3 to 5 meals of fruit and vegetables a day. What's wrong with my head? I'm sick. I definitely need these products. Let's just get me on it as well. Get the kids on it. Within 4 months of me trying to do a little bit here and there, and I mean a little bit, guys, it was in my lunch breaks, my toilet breaks, maybe when the kids were asleep and I managed to stay awake. I'd shared it with enough people to go part-time. And I wasn't playing hard. I wasn't even trying to do this business. All right. And then what happened was I'm like, I've made enough income. I'm going to go part-time. I need to start stepping this up, share it with a few people. I'm going to show it to people. I'm going to make a goal that I show it to 2 people a week. Still nothing really. And within 10 months, I'd showed enough people that I could quit. All right. Back then the team was only little. Like I'm not doing a share like I would on an event, guys, but I'm just trying to share with you, trying to build on my story from having a conversation with someone else. And then that's really when it hit me. Like if I can be at home with my children, why can't my husband? Why can't he have that opportunity as well? He is working massive hours. He's a metal fab boiler maker. Why can't every parent, why can't every family have that opportunity that I'm now getting? One thing I'm going to show you quickly. And I know a few of you have already seen this. And this is when it really hit me the first time that what I'm created is pretty friggin' amazing, and what you guys are creating is pretty bloody amazing too. But it took my kinder teacher from my eldest boy to point out what I'd created. I'd quit my job. I could now put my child in the kinder I wanted. He didn't have to go to childcare. He got to go to the kinder that I wanted him to go to because he was, had a delay with his speech. He needed a bit more assistance. It was a beach kinder. It had Indigenous involved in it. He was out eating bloody bush tucker. This is where I wanted him to go. This is what she gave me at the end of the year. All right, so this is images of Jacob at the kinder, which he wasn't originally even going to go to. He's in every picture, of course. But then what she pointed out was, Jana, who else is in those pictures? And I'm like, well, Charlie is. Yes, well done, Jana. Who else? And I said, well, me. And she said, if I was to do that to every parent, to all the kinder kids that went through this kinder this year, do you think that their mum would be in each, in every third photo? No. Half those mums were doing what I was doing. They had grandparents picking up and dropping off their kids. I got to be there. I got to do at least 2 days at kinder helping out. I do the bushwalk every Friday. I did smoothies with these kids. I knew all these kids' names. I knew that their mums were at work, or some of their mums were at home with their younger brothers and sisters. I got that. I worked for that first year in the business, in my lunch breaks, in my toilet breaks, when the kids were asleep. And I still got to be present with them, switch off on the weekends so I could do this. And then when I did this, I kept stepping it up. Thought I was still doing it, a lot. But, scrolling through Facebook isn't a lot. Now I realise that there's so much more for us with this business opportunity. And it's just about doing the right things at the right time. But firstly, just pour into yourselves. Pour into yourselves each and every day, however that is. It's different for all of us. Pour into yourselves each and every day. And then you'll find it so much easier to pour into your family, into your team, finding new clients, and it just will be a much easier for you to grow personally, grow business, grow it all. Yes, so belief stories, I sort of touched on it. I guess, I didn't finish that off. What I'm excited for is, for him to finish, all right, and it's going to happen. And I don't know if he's ready for it, to be honest. I think he wants 18 months more so he can be a superstar at what he's doing. But I'll let him do that, and then he can quit. And then he can be at home with the kids, and then he can just look after them, and I'll just travel the world. No, we'll probably do a lot more traveling together. But we don't want to be in each other's face all the time, but I'd like to be in his face just a little bit more than what we are now. So, girls, I hope I went through a bit of, and I've got you excited. I hope you're all going to put NMD School on your boards, because honestly, like I said to you, I got there and I still wasn't getting it. And you are all there. You're all friggin' amazing. Whatever level you are, whether you're just starting, just starting is a big, massive step. All right? Just saying yes in the first place, that's a massive challenge. All right? And we all have our fears and our challenges, and they should excite you a little bit too, because that does get confusing, those challenges and what scares you and what those fears are. They are a challenge for you to get over and then to grow. And I've got nothing in front of me. I've got no script or anything. I did have some notes here from there, but I can't read that and talk to you at the same time. So I'm just trying to give you everything that I've got from the last couple of days, and hopefully bring what I'm feeling to you guys, and hopefully that will help you. But I just want you right now, I wanted to go through before, we finish, and before we do a bit of Q&A, I want you guys to do a bit of rating. I want you to rate yourself on your belief in a few areas, and then I really want you to go to work on it. And if you don't know how to go to work on that area, let us know. Let Jay know, let Deb know, let me know, let whoever your senior upload known is, Stacey or whoever it was. Let us know where the 2 areas that it's the lowest. All right, so I'm going to list a few out. All right, are you ready? I'm going to switch it back so I can see you all. Okay, you guys ready? Ready? You're going to do this, right? Out of 10, I want you to rate yourself where your belief is around our product. All right, just write that down. It's kombucha, not wine, I promise. Kylie, love it, Kylie. Yeah, I'm with you there, and I know you guys can feel that in the events. I love the friggin' product. It friggin' rocks. All right. And I know Stacey was having a bit of laugh earlier. I swore a couple of times in the last chat, and that was for a three-way, and I don't swear. But I'm just so fired up, which is great. Awesome, you guys are really good with the product, and there's plenty of avenues out there for you to learn more about it. Like I'm obsessed with, you know, the soil and our farming practices. Our farming practices here at the moment, because Juice Plus know it. Juice Plus are onto that crap. They know what they're doing. Beautiful. Secondly, our company, Juice Plus. All right, rate yourself on our company. 20 out of 10. I don't even know who that person is. It's got Zoom such and such and such. That's just my Zoom number. That's really weird. Who is that person? Where are you? Probably you don't got no camera on.
I think it might be Tina.
Oh, Tina. Beautiful. Oh, good on you, Tina, for getting on.
That's one of them.
Beautiful. That's one of them. On the news on too. Awesome. It is Tina. That's really weird that yours has come up like that.
We need you to change your name, Tina. I'm going to teach you how to do that.
Beautiful. All right, so we've done product. And I'm expecting for people like Brittany, who's super new, hasn't even launched yet. These should be all 2s, but she'll get there. But hopefully she's just feeling it, and she'll just go 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. But hopefully they're not all 10s, girls. You want something to work on. I'm constantly working on it. All right. So what about MLM? MLM, multi-level marketing. This is where quite a lot of people go, oh, I'm still a little bit on the fence about that. And that's okay too. Peter's a 10. Oh my God, are you going to have anything that's not a 10? Tasha, 5. Beautiful. All right, if you're a 5, if MLM ends up being your lowest one, that's when you go back to Eric Worre. All right, watch that GoPro again. And honestly, Adam and Kira have just done so much training with Eric recently. And after I spoke to Richard when I was away on the weekend, girls, we are ahead. We are doing the right thing for us and for our families right now is MLM. So still don't understand it. Yeah, that's okay, Sana. That's all right. MLM is multi-level marketing. So there's affiliated marketing, which means you just need clients. Multi-level marketing means you want to create a business, like a tribe. And so you're inviting people to the business as well as the products. But yet still a lot of work around it. As long as you own that, you're all good. So beautiful. Next up is, so we've done product, we've done company, we've done MLM. So now I want you to rate yourself. Where is your belief in yourself? Now, this one for me will always be my lowest one because I get it now. I've just always got to frigging go to work on me. I'm going to say that I'm a rock star. I'm still probably going to give myself an 8 or a 9. All right? I'm trying to tell myself that I'm a rock star. But in saying that, there's always room for improvement there for me. So I'm always going to probably rate that as the lowest. All right? What about your team? All right, and it doesn't have to be your immediate team, not the people you brought on, not the people that brought you on, not Freestyle, not Spirit. Think about this massive team that you're a part of. So, for most of us, we're a part of Team Freestyle, Team Spirit, which is pretty friggin' amazing. We are very, very blessed, very, very lucky. And the amount of money that they've spent in coaching with Juice Plus, learning more about nutrition, the product, our program, we are really lucky. Which another thing, which I'm going to add, which I don't normally do, rate the program. All right? Rate the program. And, and I want you to rate this seriously as if you're living it, breathing it, sharing it. All right? So if you're not living it, breathing it, sharing it, rate yourself lower and go to work on that. All right, the shred's on at the moment. Are you doing the shred? I mean, I can say that our program is a 10, but I would say that I'm probably only working it at a 6. All right, so just keep that in mind. We are really, really lucky. In any business, you've got to go. You've got to go and do the work and create this to do this. It's all there for us to go, ready for us to do and to go. All right, so we've got in the team. Now rate yourself. Now rate other people. All right, these are the people that you're not yet to meet. These are the people that you might, let's do it in 2 sections. The people that you are, that you do know, your family, your friends, your warm market. Rate them first. Manu, if I'm a 6, you're a 3. Oh, we'll work on that, hun, don't you worry. And the last one, the people that you don't know yet. All right. And don't forget, you got those bullies out there, those negative ferrets, all right, that jump on there. So, but you know what? These negative ferrets and these bullies out there, they come back to you. That comes back to you, building your belief up in your product, your program, in what your goals are going forward. And then, and that's always going to be low. You know, that's a strong one that you need to work on, but it ends up, again, just coming back to you. So beautiful girls, keep a track of the lowest ones. Figure out where it is you need to go to work on. If you need help with that, with resources, books, videos, recordings, coaching calls, let us know, because we want to help you build that up, bring that up to, you know, an average of, 8 or 9. I wouldn't say I'm a 10 at anything, because I always want to work on something in all these areas. But it's good that you've got 10s, that you feel that you're there, and no matter what anyone throws at you, that you know 100% in your heart that your product's amazing, or MLM's amazing, your company's amazing, you're friggin' a rock star. But figure out where it is you need to go to work and what resources you need, and if you need help with that, let's do that. All right? And then when you are talking to people, you'll know in your heart and what it is you're saying, that there's nothing that anyone can say to you that's going to make it any different. All right? And if there are no, remember, we're not here to convince anyone, whether it's program, product, MLM, whatever. Just go, cool, that's your opinion. I'm going to love you where you're at. I've friended you already, so you're going to watch my journey, suffer in your docs, come back to me later, or just, keep, enjoying your miserable life watching me. But, just love those no's. I just love them now. I just have a bit of a giggle and go, cool, that's fine. We're friends anyway, so, see what happens in the future. Might be for you, Len, it might not. Let's just keep in touch. Just keep doing what you guys are doing. All right, I'm going to take you guys off mute. Put yourself on mute if it's noisy behind you. I would love some questions. Okay, hopefully some of you have got something for me tonight. So I will, where am I? Over here. Manage. Unmute you all. All right, anyone got any questions?
I have one. You talk about Team Freestyle, and it's quite large. How many other teams are there, and what do they do?
Oh, heaps of teams out there. So we are very, very lucky. Under Team Spirit alone, right? I'm just going to, who am I talking to?
Kylie,
all right. I'll just maybe mute a couple of others, Kylie. All right, cool. I don't know. Look, if you look at the board, there's the Wellness Warriors. So that's the Galottas. There's heaps under Team Spirit. But then there's a Perth team. There's a team straight from UK. There's plenty. There's stacks out there. Just know that you're part of the fastest growing team in the world. And look, even just in that room at NMD school, all right, there was Team Spirit mainly, because then it's freestyle. But then there was one team that's come from UK, one that's come from Perth team that's got nothing to do with us. So that's why I said it felt like Adam was holding some of the cards close to his heart. He didn't want to give all the secrets to everybody there. But I don't know if I need to know that. But one thing that did come up, girls, and I'm just going to reiterate that, don't ever say that we're the ones with the best program. We do have the best program. I don't care what anyone says. But don't say we've got the best program and we are maybe we do have the best team. We can think that, we can say that. But if we know that they've got someone else, don't go out and steal. So people are on the product, not steal. You've got to double check where they're getting their product from. All right, if they're now interested in the business, they need to go back to their distributor first and see if they feel the connection there with them, all right, and choose to go with them. But if they're feeling the connection with you, then they need to have that conversation with that distributor and figure out where they align themselves. But there are heaps of teams out there, Kylie. We're just really blessed that we're a part of this one.
Okay. Anyone
else got any questions? Is there anything in the questions? Sorry, ladies. No, that's all right. My knees. Sorry, it's tonsillitis. Tonsillitis is going around everywhere at the moment. No one's got any questions.
How did they choose you?
Okay. They didn't choose me. All right, so I should have told you that. You've got to have the QNMD structure or Q to go. Okay, so once you QNMD, you get invited to go. Okay, so QNMD means you've got about 4 SCs underneath you, all right, a couple of POB legs, which you don't probably understand yet, and so many PB wide. So it means you're growing a really good business. They know you're bringing in a lot of money for them. So I didn't even think about it. I hadn't added it up. Our team alone, my team alone, not Jay's, not Candice's and so forth, is bringing in over $350,000 a year to Juice Plus in Payline. Pretty friggin' amazing. That's just my little bit. Imagine Adams, you know, because I'm a part of Adams. Like, that's huge. So, so once you get that QNMD structure, you get invited to that. It's the same as those retreats, all right? Once you've got NMD structure, once you've done NMD, you get invited to the first retreat, all right? It lines up with the conference. So it's funny, I remember the first retreat I go to, it's going to be Melbourne. Where are they going to take me? They might take me to the Mornington Peninsula. I don't know. But anyway, once you're NMD 39 club, you get invited every year to that conference, to the retreat, and then 1 or 2 international. That's why Adam and Kira are off to Canada. All expenses paid. All right, so lots of cool stuff there to, you know, really get excited about. And we hear about it, but we don't understand its value, because you guys know, you guys are mum or you're women or whatever. That's a lot. That's a lot to be poured into a little body and go, here you go, this is yours for the weekend or for the week. And it's just, we are very, very blessed with our company and how they pour back into the team, that's for sure. So the key is, and Adam keeps telling us all that, is what? SDVS. Get yourself to SDVS. Anyone you bring into the business, get them to SDVF, because that means you're going to qualify. Get them to do the same. Keep bringing you on SDVFs. That means they're going to qualify. Concentrate on SDVFs, and your business will be an MD. It'll be an QNMD or an SSC, whatever it is you're building towards at the moment, whatever your goal is at the moment, just help and just work on those SDVFs, and the rest will just happen. And just enjoy it. Just really enjoy it. And first, and you know, but most, just pour into yourself. You know, books, resources, recordings. You know, I'm going to 90 days. Friggin' Stacey's gone to 90 days. She's going from friggin' New Zealand. She's leaving.
Awesome.
Twins of 2 years old at home with their mum. She's never left them.
Hey, when I booked my ticket, I must admit I was really excited, but I was up all night, seriously freaked out leaving them. And I walked into Oliver's room and I smelled him and I was like, how am I going to leave that?
How can I not? You stink of poo and wee. I'm out of here.
I'll be fine.
So Candice is going, Joe's going at the moment. 90 days is pretty amazing. I know it's a bit of an expense, but if you can get there, you're going to get that back. We've got 2 months until then. You get yourself 2 SDVFs done before then, $400, ticket done, flights done, you're there. And then from there, you'll have 90 days worth of fire to grow your business, 90 days worth of tools to help you go forward. You'll meet so many other people. And you'll hear so many stories. You'll hear other ways to look after your customers. If we can build on our customer care, again, there's more business opportunities for you there, just in your clients alone, let alone anything else. But yeah, don't like I said to Stacey, let's not wait for you to do 90 days in December. Let's get you to Australia. If I get, pay for your accommodation, will you friggin' come and do this with me? And she's like, oh, I'll have to nut it out. And I'm like, okay, let's nut it out, get your flights, get your ticket, get your ass over here. Let's do this. And she did it.
Within 2 hours, I think I said yes.
So there was 2 hurdles there, yeah? First was me getting over my shit and not suggesting it to her, all right, and not saying, be a leader, tell her she needs to get over here. And then her getting over her challenges of being a mum, leaving her kids for the first time, going international, has to get her passport to get over here and getting there. So, if you girls get the opportunity and you think you can, try your hardest to get to 90 days. And then what do we got? Then it's nothing until conference. All right, until June next year. Don't wait until June next year to try and go and do something. I know, Peter, you've seen conference. You've got a taste of it. You've done that, which is pretty awesome. And 90 days is like that, but on not just class, on some other drug, because it's all shoved in there. And if you guys are SC or 3 club before then too, you get offered 2 other opportunities while you're there as well, which is pretty amazing. So the more that we grow, the more goes into Adam and Kira's pocket as well. And then what do? They pour it straight back out to us. Money is energy. All right? Take a note from them. You can see what they're frigging created. Do you want to create that? Do you want to be able to throw a party? Do you want to be able to buy pay for the accommodation for your team so they can all come and stay? Do you want to, do these bits, be able to give beautiful gifts and really spoil on people that would normally not get it? And obviously your personal goals. For me, it's these other things now that really light me up. But keep it in your back pocket. 90 days is in October. Who's that? Peter, you're coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you, Rockstar. Of course you are. You're awesome. Oh, that's close to you. Aren't you up that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. So that's all right.
Question, ladies. Flying in, Gold Coast and Brisbane, aren't they the same?
No.
There is a Gold Coast. There's a Gold Coast and a Brisbane
No.
Okay.
airport.
You need to fly into Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Fly into the Gold Coast if you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like an hour drive, hour and a half to.
No,
the
I'm not going
Brisbane
to drive
airport.
for now.
Yeah. So, girls, think about that over the next week. You've got, and then you've got another, 6 weeks until conference. Just think about it tomorrow, over tonight, over the next day. If you've got any questions, ask your upline. Ask me.
Do you already prepared?
And see if you can make it possible. If you can't, you can't. But honestly, 90 days, what it does is it sets you up for another 90 days, step by step, your action plan, what you're going to do. And from there, you'll rocket. I know for a lot of you, you're rocketing right now. So keep that momentum going. Get that fire happening, Tash.
I can't. I'm in Taiwan. I'm shattered.
I know you are. I know.
I would come. I'm considering going to New Zealand.
Yeah. All right, girls. Anyone else got anything? Because I've really gone longer than I thought I was going to go. No. All right. You're all amazing.
Okay, thank you, Jana.
No, you're right. Just take advantage and just know that you are enough. You freaking deserve it. You're all worthy. Do your I am damn statements every day until you plug it into yourself that you're freaking amazing, that you can do this. Whatever that might be. It might be just get your product cheaper. It might be just have a little bit of extra money to do this. But you guys have got an amazing opportunity. Everything's there ready for you to go. It's just whether what part you want to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I hope you guys were feeling a little bit what I'm feeling. I hope it came across okay. And
Yes.
it's like I was throwing it down your throat.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's contagious.
Awesome. All right. Hopefully someone took a photo and posted the crap out of this as well. I'm going to let you girls go, and we'll see you next week. Jay's going to probably be doing it. I want to be at an event because Linda's coming to Melbourne. So I think Candice just said I'm going Wednesday for training and event. A few of us will be at that. So, so jump on. Not sure what the topic's going to be yet, but if you guys can think of any more topics that you'd like covered, just let us know, because honestly, we don't want to get on what, you've got plenty of avenues to train, and that's what I just wanted to reiterate as well. Get on trainings Monday nights. I do try and scrape them out of my diary, but if you guys have got tons of 3-ways, then that takes priority, but trainings, and then check the lives. The lives are in the team pages. Hop on and watch those. They've got so much value in them. Okay, and then hopefully we give you the rest that you need. All right, I'm going to let you go now. I'll keep going and going and going.
Bye.
All right, bye, girls.
Thank you.
For Amy and Melinda, I'll log back on in 5 minutes or 2 minutes, 2 seconds.